is currently the 20th of May 2026, and today I have decided to make a video for you guys where I wanted to go over a few major things that I had to experience and I had to go through firsthand during my 2 year so far trading experience, trading journey, which, to be honest, when I had first got into the trading space about 2 years ago, none of this was actually mentioned. So if you had told me 2 years ago that I would have to even change as a person to get to where I am now, I would have laughed at you because it would just sound so bizarre. But don't get me wrong, it all makes sense now. But I want to help people who are just getting into trading or are currently also going through the journey with me. Everyone's trading journey and experience is going to be different, but I'm going to mention a lot of things that most traders will go through so I can prepare you guys and you guys can learn also from my mistakes. So let's get right into the video. So I have actually been trading for about 2 years now. I trade order flow, I trade futures, I stick to the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. I have passed multiple evaluations now, and I'm currently just at that payout stage, basically. So chapter number 1, my routine. So before I had started trading, before I had even known what trading was, I had on days that I wasn't at university, so I actually just graduated in December, so 2 years ago I was at university. On the days I wasn't at university, I would have a very bad routine. I would be waking up at like 11 and I wouldn't have any structure to my day at all. And I'm very much the opposite now. Why? Well, I kind of realized that if I want to make the progress that I promised myself, if I want to be somewhere quite well off in a year's time, or whatever kind of goals I would want to tick off, in order to get that, I would have to become disciplined. Now, having a good structured routine throughout the day is a form of discipline, because on days where you lack motivation, you still get up every single day, you show up and you follow that routine. So my kind of routine is I'll wake up at 6, go to Pilates at 7, be back for 8, have breakfast, make a really nice, healthy, clean breakfast. Then I will probably read. I will then journal. Well, I actually have my journal right here. This is my journal, Obsessed with Manifestation. It's by Tam Kaur. I basically just write a journal entry in there every single day, and I kind of write about the sort of person that I would want to be, how I would want to act, where I would want to be. I write all of that in my journal, okay? So that's what I'll do for 30 minutes, read for 30 minutes. I'm currently reading a book called Friends That Invest. It is so good because I also invest in the stock market as well, which we can talk about that in another video. If you guys want to see that, just comment. So yeah, anyways, then that will take me to about 11, 12. I'll then have some errands to run. If I do have errands, obviously. Then I will go to the gym, go to the sauna. I have already done my workout for the day at Pilates, so I'll just go to the sauna. Then that will take me to about 1, come back for lunch, and then I will hop on to the charts at 2. I only trade New York session, which starts at 3 p.m. UK time. No, 2:30 actually, but I start trading from 3 p.m. because at 3 p.m. the markets are a bit more stable, because 2:30 is the New York Open, so you can imagine like there's so many like different random candle wicks. Anyways, that's just my trading rules. So start at 3, my trading, do that till 6, off the charts at 6 maximum. Then I'll spend time with my family, maybe go play golf or something, I don't know. Anyways, so by having this structured routine, I'm now becoming disciplined. I'm also acting like how my future self would want to be. My future self would be out of bed at 6, right? So you're kind of acting like the person you want to become, and that's a form of manifestation. And not only that, if you become disciplined, you will then have better psychology when you're trading on the charts. Okay? Number 2 is opinions. You need to accept the fact that you are going to get a lot of judgment. You are going to get a lot of a lot of opinions, okay? So I've been lucky enough to think about it I've had to think about it very deeply, and I have actually decided not to tell anyone apart from my close family, and obviously you guys, because you guys are also learning how to trade, right? But I've heard so many stories where like people have told like their close ones, and they've like they've shown some sort of jealousy or some sort of resentment to that person because they are doing something that most people aren't doing. You're literally learning a high income skill, right? So the majority of people that don't align with you aren't going to be happy with you. And this kind of leads on to my next point, right? You have to be prepared to lose friends. Now, you see this in the movies and like on Instagram, like people are losing friends, but it's so real because why do you lose friends? Well, if you're doing something that a lot of people aren't doing, a lot of people aren't willing to do, to put in the work that you're putting in, right? Those people are gonna think, why are they not aligning with me in terms of ambition? Why are they doing something different? Like, you need to have friends that align with you. You need friends that also are ambitious, also are disciplined, because those friends that don't align with you aren't going to be happy for you. They're not going to be happy they might be happy when you're failing, and then when you make it, suddenly they switch up and you're like, oh my god, like. But those friends that align with you, that are also, they don't have to be doing trading as well. They could be doing another side hustle, I don't even know, like drop shipping, or they could have a business, they could have their own gym or whatever. Anyways, what I'm saying is, those friends who align with you are going to be happy for you because they've got their own thing going on, right? They're too busy in their own life to be wondering like, oh my god, is her training going to work out? Is his training going to work out? They're so busy that they're actually going to be happy for you, like genuinely. And this doesn't just apply to friends. You also need like a partner. Like, I feel like for me, I kind of spent so much, this kind of leads on to the next point, but I kind of spent so much time on trading that a relationship wasn't even on the cards. Like, I wasn't even thinking about that for the past 2 years. But what I'm trying to say is, if you do have a partner, they need to align with you and they need to push you to your best potential, because trust me, trading is going to have so many setbacks and there's going to be so many times when you want to give up, but you need that person to push you. You don't want someone to hold you back. Okay, this leads on to my third point. So my third point is setbacks and kind of isolation. You need to be prepared for yourself to go into isolation. I'm not even joking, like, it sounds really depressing, but if you really want trading to work, you're gonna end up like, when I first started learning how to trade, I spent about 10 hours on the charts, which is insane now that I'm thinking about it, because basically I would like backtest my strategy for that long. Like, when I wasn't at university, I would spend my time backtesting. That's all I did. And you become so obsessed with the fact that you need to make this work. And that is exactly what trading actually requires. If you're not passionate enough about trading, you're going to give up within 6 months because you're going to fail so much. It only becomes serious if you at least spend 2 years on building the skill, which most people aren't able to do. And that is why the success rate after 2 years is so high compared to if you were to if you were to stop after a year. Because most traders, I'm not saying all, but most traders don't see any progress after 1 year. And that's why after 2 years, if you make it past 2 years, you've got a higher chance of succeeding. And I'm telling you, don't give up, because even when you're like 2 years in, you might feel like, oh, I should give up, but you would regret it surely. Like, are you willing to put 3-4 years into trading and then make so much money that like you have financial freedom, financial independence, especially as a woman, it's really important. But, or would you rather go up, like, I'm no hate to people who are doing the corporate ladder or going the traditional way, but you're going to be at a fixed salary, or you're going to be going up very, very slowly within that job. And financial freedom and learning a high income skill, you're always going to be better off. So yeah, like, what I'm trying to say is, you need to be very dedicated to it. Accept the fact that you're going to be very isolated. That is so normal. Like, I'm actually shocked I still have friends after. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not joking. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, right, yeah, be prepared to be isolated. The obsession is going to be so real. You're going to have so many setbacks that you need to be so obsessed with trading and making this work that a minor setback or even a major setback won't make you give up. Like, you need to have a setback and think positively. You need to think, I needed to go through that in order to learn 1, 2, 3, like, to learn something, right? All these lessons are for a reason, and you need to remember that. Okay, this leads on to my 4th point. Trading psychology. Oh my god, the amount of accounts you're going to blow, which I don't recommend, just get on a demo account, but the amount of over risking, over trading, over leveraging that you're going to do is like insane. But I must admit, like, you have to go through that in order to actually learn, which sounds insane. Like, you're telling me that I have to lose the money, but yeah, you do. You have to actually go through the emotions before one day you switch on and you'll literally be like, if I don't change now, I'm not going to be where I want to be within a year's time. I'm just not. Like, and 2 things, right, to overcome this is, 1, have a trading journal. So many traders don't even journal, which is insane to me, but you need to journal. You need to, I kind of have it, because my strategy is really simple, right? I've got to that point now where I'm actually using my journal to look back at my win rate. Like, if I have like a losing trade, right, I'll look back at my journal and I'll be like, oh, the other week I also had a losing trade. So, and then it was followed by like 3 wins. So what is the big deal? Because I literally survived then, why will I not survive now? Like, trading is a probability game, and some people forget that. Like, when you're in the moment, you do realize later on, but when you're like literally on the charts, you can forget that it's a probability game. And so a loss, as long as you follow your rules, a loss is not a big deal at all. It's all about where your trading will be within a year or 2. Like, your P&L for the day doesn't really mean much in the bigger picture. The second thing that helped me to have better trading psychology is definitely having a vision board, because it kind of, like, looking at it every day. I literally look at it before I get onto the charts for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And it makes me realize, okay, like, I've got to follow my rules today. Like, if I want all of this to happen by the end of the year, I've got to follow my rules today. Like, there's no ifs, no buts. Like, this is what I've got to do, and now I've got to execute it. You're gonna get a lot of judgment. Like, for example, take my story. Like, I graduated in December, and people are asking me, when are you getting a graduate job? But no one knows that I'm trading, and you've got to accept the fact that you're gonna face a lot of questions. And I'm so deluded, I'm so obsessed that I'm like, I already know this is going to work. Like, I don't really care that other people think I'm not doing anything on my time. Obviously I am. Like, I go home and I do my work, I trade, right? I'm putting the time in, but no one knows that, and I'm willing to take that judgment if it means that in a year's time I can tell everyone, oh, this is what I was working on. It's fine. This is why I was not applying for a graduate job. I'm really just putting all my eggs in one basket, which is fine. I'm only 22. Like, I'd rather take the risk now than later. Maybe I will get a job later so I can have 2 sources of income. But for now, like, this whole year is going to be dedicated to trading, and I want to get those consistent payouts. And everyone needs to adopt the same mentality, because you need to be so secure in yourself, and remember the universe is literally listening to you. Like, if you're gonna say, oh, what if this doesn't work out, what if, like, stop strategy hopping, stop doubting yourself, and I promise you it will work out. Like, if you had told me like a year ago, oh my god, like, she passed like 10 evaluations, I would literally laugh, because one day there was one day where passing an evaluation would sound crazy, but now it's like second nature. Like, so we kind of want to get the same, but with payouts, which is definitely harder, I guess, because you kind of need that consistency. I mean, if you haven't been like gambling your evaluations and you're genuinely like passing them properly, then good. Like, it will be easy to get a payout because you've been trading how you should be trading instead of gambling. But like, it's just the next step. You've really got to push yourself. And remember, a setback was meant to happen in order for you to level up. You're always going to fall before you level up. And I've noticed that in a lot of parts of my own life. Even like dropping out of university. Obviously I went back to university, but changed courses, long story. But I've noticed my life has leveled up so much since then. So yeah, that is everything. So I hope you guys have taken my 5 points, and I hope you have I hope it's kind of opened up to you to like the reality of trading. Like, it's not all, everyone glamorizes trading online, but actually there's a lot that isn't discussed, and that's fine. Not everyone wants to discuss these things, but if you're going through any of these right now, just remember it's completely normal. You're not doing anything wrong. You're exactly where you need to be in order for this to work.